And we're live. I try and get through the intro without coughing my lungs out.
Yeah,
yeah,
both of us.
yeah. Neither of us are exactly feeling on top of the world, but we bring the show every week, no matter what.
That's dedication
Uh,
right there.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Davis? You all right? Other than feeling a bit under the weather.
Bit under the weather, but I think everyone's feeling sort of the same at the moment. Obviously, we're broadcasting from like Bath, Bristol area, which is like one of the worst in the country at the moment for COVID. So I'm hoping that I'm pretty sure I haven't got COVID, but yeah, it could be. But other than
Yeah.
that, yeah, looking forward to the Arsenal game tonight. Kind of. Um, Lineups will be out fairly soon, and the deadline's just finished, hasn't it, now for doing your team?
Yeah, literally just closed. So I actually had forgotten today that it was that we had a Friday night game there and it was closing early, but I'd already made my transfers.
Yeah.
So it was a bit inconsequential. The captain choice though is a tough one this week.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, let's just get straight into it. I don't know if you want to. Well, there's last week as well. I mean, we can have a brief look. Have a brief look. But actually, no. Let's start with what we're looking at. What our lineups are, seeing as it's just closed.
All right, do you want to do yours?
Um,
Or I can
yeah,
do mine.
yeah, I can do. Yeah, bear with me. So actually, yeah, now do yours, and let me just sort mine out. But yeah, like I titled this episode 100-point gap because there is actually exactly 100 points between us after last week, which I mean, it's been going that way. To be fair, it's been going that way, but it's a long way back for me now. I mean, as soon as after last week, I was like, I'm going. Do you know what? Screw this. Obviously, I went to the Leicester game. It was obviously amazing. But I was like, screw this. Like, I'm going back to my roots, and I had already put Vardy in for Lukaku before his injury came to light. But it's literally just like, I just don't. Not that I don't care. I obviously care, but it's like I'm not making these decisions anymore based on. I'm going to go more with the heart than with the head because the head's not working. So
I think that's a sensible decision. Like the heart can definitely bring you back into it.
do you know what I mean? Let's at least then if I lose, if it's not going well, at least it's players that I like rather than just these dickheads who keep letting me down. Pernas has a long look at last week. He wants me to dissect exactly what went wrong, which is basically Salah captain, and that's the key thing in it recently. Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
I can, yeah. So what's popping then? What transfers we made?
Yeah, so I've been a busy boy this week, and I've done a -12. I thought I got a nice little buffer at the top. I had a few injuries and a few players that were pissing me off. So yeah, I've done my. Usually I would have done a couple of these by now, but I thought this is the time. So I had Lukaku, who's done fuck all for me since I brought him in anyway. And like you said, you already took him out regardless. But yeah, once he got injured, that was the nail in the coffin for him. So I brought in Tony. I know they got you boys this week, and you're flying a bit high after your last two results. But yeah, Brentford have been pretty solid this season. You might not do that great this week against you boys, but after that they got Burnley, Norwich, Newcastle, so you can't really ask for much better than that.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he's probably one of the most transferred in. Do you reckon him and Mbuemo?
I mean, Mbuemo, I mean, how many times did I shout about him early on as well after those first couple of games?
Every week I check
there was a stat.
Yeah, go on.
There was a stat. Just as I reel this off, maybe unplug the mic, Davis, because I don't know. There's a bit of kind of a bit of like background noise. Yeah, that's better. So I was calling for him, but yeah, there was a stat on Match of the Day. I think it was. Well, he's hit the woodwork 6 times or something this season. You're muted. Yeah, I think it was something ridiculous like that. So it just shows he's sort of been.
Right, I'm back in the game.
Yeah. You go. Sorry, yeah. What were you saying? Did you hear the same stat as me? Yeah.
It's just that I go on flash scores every week, like to see how Brentford are getting on. And it's always like in bold, like Mbuemo's just hit the bar, Mbuemo's just hit the post.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think actually, whilst he has been a fantastic shout from the very start, which I did call, he hasn't actually been scoring hardly any points because he's been close but no cigar sort of thing.
Yeah, I was debating putting him in for Smith Rowe because they're similar price. Smith Rowe's actually Smith Rowe's got 2 more points than him, which I thought was I thought Mbeumo would have more, but yeah, like you said, so he's not actually that big of a point scorer. But then again, Tony hasn't really hit the heights either yet. I think he's only got 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals, 2 assists. But with the fixtures that he's got now, like I said, I'm hoping that a lot of people had him at the start, didn't they, from game week 1? But I think now he's finding his form, and it could be a good time to get him in. So he was the swap for Lukaku. But I wanted to stay strong with Chelsea, so I've put Havertz in for... Who did I take out? Oh, for Smith Rowe. Yeah, so...
Okay.
Smith Rowe
I think, I think, again, one of the benefits of leaving your transfers a bit later, obviously mine was a bit reactionary, but the fact that Werner and Lukaku got injured, as soon as that happened, obviously Havertz came on, didn't he, and scored in the Champions League.
I watched a bit of the highlights. He was involved in quite a lot of the goals and the chances. So,
I mean, he's going to be their centre forward, isn't he? Essentially, so
he's got to be. There's no one else that can play there that I can see anyway. So unless he does something crazy,
it could be a great shout. I think Paj is saying that Tony and Havertz were his 2 transfers this week as well.
That's it.
Great minds.
Great minds. Yeah, there you go.
It's the old Paj and Badge combo. I think he's just a very clear captain choice as well. What about James? Obviously, I've had no benefit from having James in due to injuries, drops, sending off. He got sent off against Liverpool, but you still brought him in. So I've kept him because I still feel like he's a good shout, but it's just it's just one of those things that again hasn't really gone my way this season.
No, I was saying to Reed the other night that potentially both of these, Alonso and James, they could easily both not play, but I think my bench is strong enough to, they're not great bench players, but they're by no means they're going to play. So, they could do something. So if the way I'm looking at it is that James hasn't played, or he's only come on, hasn't he, the last couple of games, I think Norwich is the game you've got to play him.
Also, though, as well, don't they have a lot of injuries in centre defence? So we mentioned it last time, there's more chance of Azpilicueta going into a back three.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But what about the risk of Chilwell now? Because Chilwell's hit a bit of form and Alonso, I mean, 50-50, I suppose, whether he's going to start. But he hasn't been rested, so it's probably time for him to come back in, I guess.
Yeah, so when I looked at the lineups, when they played Malmo, Chilwell started that. I thought Alonso's got to be starting against Norwich because that's 3 or 4 games in a row Chilwell's played, and Alonso hasn't done anything wrong, really, to deserve being booted out so harshly. I don't think.
Yeah.
So I think at home to Norwich, I just think that's the game when he's going to come back in. If he doesn't, like I said, I've got Greenwood can come on or whatever, but I'm going to see how it goes with these two, I think. And hopefully Havertz can be the one that gets on the end of their crosses. But I think they'll be quite attacking at home to Norwich, and hopefully obviously.
Yeah, no, I mean they're Norwich. They said again there was another stat they put out much of the day that obviously even last time they were up when they ended up getting relegated convincingly, they had a much better start than they have now. They have had some tough fixtures too, but they're I think they are in for a pound in there. I was going to say, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you just gloss over the fact that you've taken a -12, or did we mention it? Or
no, I didn't. I did.
You did mention it. You did, because I'd like to get the thoughts in the comments of those that are watching. Like, what were we thinking about this? Because when I was looking at the team, I started counting them. I was like, hang on. So Livermento's come in, Havertz, Tony, and
James.
And the 4 out. Can you remember who they were?
So Havertz came in for Smith Rowe.
Pernell saying perfect. He's on your tail. He's chasing you in our. We'll have a look at the Foxes and Fantasy.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Yeah.
He's up there. He's saying perfect. He's rubbing.
That's it. I do know that I'm going to be giving people a head start, but I think there'll be quite a few that've got injury worries or aren't too happy with their team this week. So I think there'll be a lot of at least -4s about, maybe -8. So I'm thinking it's not. It could be worse. But yeah, it was Havertz for Smith Rowe. The money that I spent extra on Havertz, I saved by bringing Tony in for Lukaku. Livramento's straight swap for Duffy. Duffy's been great to me, but the fixtures have changed now, so he's got some pretty hard.
Did you really need to do that this week though? If it was the same price?
No, but this is the thing. The first earlier on in the week, I brought in James and Livramento. They were my 2 transfers for -4. Then I left it. But then once Lukaku got injured, I was like, well, I don't really. Yeah, I could have left it, to be fair, but I just thought, fuck it, I want these boys, so I'm putting them in. A bit like you, I wanted them, so.
Spooner saying, keep taking a -12 every week for sure. See you at the bottom of the league. Spooner, mate, fair play to you for tuning into this pod every week, because but me, I think I thought, you know, I think I'm doing bad, but like, yeah, what is going on with your team? I haven't even like properly looked, but like,
we'll get to it in a sec.
Yeah, we'll have a gander.
But yeah, Livramento's fixtures now. Yeah, Burnley, Watford, Villa, Norwich. That's prime.
Yeah, okay.
I always had Raya on the bench.
I'll let you off, but I still think that was a little bit unnecessary. That's fine.
Obviously,
just for context, by the way, for those that don't know, Davis in previous years has been known for being very trigger happy in the transfer market.
Every week in previous years, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's you know, when you're in, because this is, I don't want to disparage your experience, but this is the first season in a while where you've been in such a strong position this early on.
Is, yeah. I feel like I've earned the right to have a little splurge, so. Yeah,
Spooner saying, "Give me some better advice, you bums." I guess our fault that his team's doing bad. I mean, it's rich. I mean, if you listen to Davis, I mean, he has been doing well, but this -12, well.
And what do you think about? I had the choice of Raya or Ramsdale. I've gone for Raya against you boys rather than Ramsdale tonight. What do you reckon about that? It's just tossing the
coin. Okay, so because you've also benched White, so you're obviously not convinced at all that you're going to get a clean sheet.
No.
The lineups will be out in 12 minutes actually, but I actually did at the last minute bench Tomiyasu. I've already got Smith Rowe who is playing. I didn't want to have a start with a terrible Friday. And Livramenто with that fixture, he's the one who came in for me. So, I don't know though. Raya against Leicester, I suppose we're coming off the back of a Europa League game where we played.
That's the way I was looking at it. Yeah,
we played a very strong team as well. It was basically, pretty much our strongest team. So. Yeah, but at the same time, we have hit a bit of form, and we've also found a system now that seems to suit us. And I don't know. I'm hopeful we're going to score a couple, to be honest. But yeah.
It's only that reason, like you said, because of the Europa League game, and we played on Monday. So Brentford had a full week. We played on Monday and then again on Friday, but it was a bit weird. But yeah, not much time to recover from that Palace disappointment. So. If any of these don't play, I think the bench is all right, and that's
your squad's got a lot stronger, I'd say.
Yeah, but I've had Salah captain all week, but last minute, it's locked in now. Obviously, deadline's gone, so I've gone Havertz, but I think Liverpool could smash United.
Fucking Hwang played ahead of Jimenez. Jimenez got dropped, and Hwang started. I was like,
yeah.
What is going on? Like, Jimenez just come off the back of his best performance of the season, and then he was on the bench. I think it was tactical because what were they away? I can't remember who they played, but because
Villa, wasn't it? They went 2-0 down as well. They come back and won 3-2, but Hwang didn't have any involvement in any of the goals. But they got leads this week. I'm thinking, that if I don't play,
I was going to bench Jimenez because I was fearful that he might not start again. But in the end, I kept him in, and because of Leeds are leaking goals. So
You want to get your team up, or
I? Yeah, why not? There you go. So in goal, obviously, I don't have any choice because I still have Steele on the bench. So Sanchez against City isn't ideal.
Could be some saves, maybe.
Could be some saves. Brighton as well. They're doing well. Like, I don't know. I don't expect Man City to absolutely dick them, but they are capable of it. Obviously, Walker. He did get dropped again the last game, didn't he? But in the end, actually, my bench last week. ended up doing well because I had two clean sheets come off the bench. So in the end, it wasn't a disaster. But yeah, I feel like he'll probably come back in for that game. Yeah, Reece James kept him in. Home to Norwich, Livermento. My two transfers were so I finally got Salah in for
About time.
for Bruno. It is about time. It's cost me dear. And again last week, I feel like I would have had it was the difference between me having an average week and a good week. So I feel like it is a little bit too little, too late, but at the same time, what kind of like it's had to be. I had to do it. And in order to save the money to make the difference between Bruno and Salah, I brought in Vards for Lukaku. And like I said, I'd already made that before Lukaku got injured, which was risky considering they were playing Norwich. In the end, obviously, it's worked out for the best. But yeah, like Vards, I feel like he's still going under the radar a bit, man. Like joint top scorer in the Premier Salah. Obviously, Salah's goals have been far more eye-catching, and he is just one of the best players in the world, if not the best. But Vards, man, like, yeah, it just what is he, 34 now? He's just having another amazing season, and now that Iheanacho is finally playing up front with him, we found a system where it looks like we're going to start scoring goals.
He rested in the Europa League game, was he?
Yeah.
So he's definitely starting, yeah.
Definitely starting, yeah. Even though Daka scored 4, and I absolutely love that guy. Yeah. What an exciting prospect, but still, absolutely no doubt there's going to be Vardy and.
So this has got the potential for this could be a crunch week. Like, say for example, Vardy bags say 2, and say Tony doesn't do anything, and I've got Raya. That's already quite a big swing in your favour in terms of
potentially. I mean, that's partly why I've gone Vardy captain. I'm not actually that convinced that generally with Vardy he scores 1 a game. He doesn't actually score braces that often, but
unless one's like a penalty.
Yeah. But on the flip note, he's as dangerous, if not more dangerous, away from home than he is at home, which is which is good. So I've just gone for it. It's a differential. I've gone for it. I would wonder how much he's selected by now, because I don't even know.
I reckon quite low. I reckon like 5%.
Oh, mate, it's gone up to 30. 10.7 now. I wonder what I can't remember what I put him in at.
You would have bought him at 10.5, I reckon.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Obviously, that Lukaku injury is gonna, in a way, it's good for me because I got that price rise, but in another way, it's a bit annoying because I wouldn't have had that. We would have been selected by a lot less people. I suppose that Lukaku injury, a lot of people are going to turn to Vards after that.
So how many points have you spent on transfers?
Just a -4. That's sort of my, especially in the position that I'm in. I'm willing to take a -4 like most weeks, but I will rarely take any more than that unless it's absolutely necessary.
So Rafinha was just on the bench the week before, was he? But now he's starting.
Yeah, because he was unavailable, wasn't he, because of that Brazil thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, now he's starting, and then I benched Tomiyasu, got Cresswell on there, and got Jota. Jota is going to be transferred out. I knew I wasn't going to start him anyway this week, so I left it. But he's definitely coming out, and yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about who to replace him with. All right, should we have a quick look at the points from last week?
Yeah.
We won't spend too long on it because obviously the game week's basically imminent, so we might as well just have a quick look. And also the league tables. Actually, if you've got the head-to-head and the league tables and stuff.
So this is the head-to-head. Can you see that?
Yeah. So 15 points. So 6 and 2. I think I got the same score against Pernell as well. Spooner, by the way, said he's putting Vards and Lukaku. We'll have Vards and Foden. We'll have a look at your team actually in a second, Spooner. 6-2. So sorry, look at the results again. What was the point difference? 15 points.
Yeah,
15 points. And the difference between having Salah and Foden captain was
15 points.
Most of that. Probably most of that. Yeah. So, so another bad week essentially. 100 point gap, 6-2. I'm not giving up hope yet, but yeah, you got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, let's just move on. Let's just move on. I don't want anyone to look at it.
Let's
Right,
have a
yeah,
look
Foxes
at,
and Fantasy Pod League, though, there is a bit to talk about.
where is it? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you've dropped down to second, which is it?
It's timed me out. Wait, I thought I had it
That's
open. No, I haven't got the league.
Well, what's your far left tab? It's not the league, is it?
No, that's
All right. Well, actually, if we come on to at the end, it might have updated in time.
Yeah.
Potentially, hopefully. How long does it take normally to update? Do you know? Like to let you back in?
Yeah, we might be done, I think, by so I thought I selected it, but yeah, I think I went onto the leagues page but forgot to actually click onto the league. So
yeah, all right. Well, anyway, because there was something because Dom triple captain Salah in it, so I think that's why you're second now.
I'm down to second, is it?
Yeah. Just said it then. So I think you're done second because like I said, Dom triple captain Salah. Yeah. It's a shame that we can't look at Spooner's team though. We'll have to say that for next time. But yeah, Pernell said that Salah triple captain worth a mention. Obviously, he's actually keeping a quite close eye on the league because he's up there as well. Who have you captained this week, Pernell? Let us know. I think he was mooting at Antonio, which I did consider.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who they got?
Spurs, who obviously have just had a Conference League game, and don't they have a defender or two out? Is Dyer still injured?
Don't know. We fucked it basically, haven't we, by not being able to click on anything.
That's true. All right. But I can still look at my team from last week. There you go. We'll have a look at yours after.
Yeah.
So I got 44 points. What went wrong?
Lukaku doing fuck all again.
Yeah.
I was going to say, actually, before I forget, I reckon there's a lot of people...
By the way, Pernell said he's captain Antonio and brought in Vards and Foden for Fernandez and Benrahma. So
yeah, that's good.
2 players who I've got, mate. Like, come on. Like that Vards thing, like I say, I mean, I beat the crowd because I called it before Lukaku got injured. But this is the thing now. Everybody's going to make that same transfer, unfortunately.
Yeah. I was wondering if... during the Chelsea game, people that were watching it and saw that Lukaku got injured, I wonder if they transferred him out and then put Werner in straight away, only for him to get injured like 5 minutes later.
I'm sure there would have been a few that did that, 100%. So yeah, Lukaku, I don't think he scored me any. I think he's blanked every single week since I put him in. Obviously, didn't he score 2 on? Was it 2 on his debut and hasn't scored since?
Yeah.
In the league.
Yes.
And their fixtures have been good as well. It's a joke, isn't it? No. Useless, absolutely useless. If I had just gone, I should have just had Vardy from the very start, man. I'd like because I was so I had no confidence in the way Leicester was playing, and the way we started the season. Then that sort of put me off. But either way, Vards has been scoring, pretty much every game. So Lukaku, unfortunately, nothing. Antonio, Jimenez. That was the other big story of the week, was that Jimenez and James both came on in the last minute.
Oh, yeah.
Although, actually, having said that, my bench, I had already used my bench up because Walker didn't play, Rafinha didn't play, and Joss didn't play. So at 1 point is better than nothing. I mean, my luck, I don't want to bang on about it. It's not just luck, obviously, but I have had some.
So you have 3 that didn't play and 2 that didn't start.
3 that didn't play, 2 that didn't start. And when you actually look at the names, it's Reece James, Raul Jimenez, Rafinha, Walker, and Jota. Like Jota, I can understand. Walker, okay, there's always a chance of pet roulette. Rafinha was circumstance because of the Brazil game. Yeah. And then Jimenez I really expected to play.
Yeah, that was weird.
And James was again a bit of a doubt. I mean, what? It really kind of sums up the way my season's gone that week. To be honest, Pernell's loving it. I mean, mate.
I'm just looking at your team, like thinking, how does that
He's
even
saying,
add up?
and he does have a point. Now I'm actually a bit lucky because if Jota and Walker had come on for ones as well,
Oh yeah,
then I would have because at least Livramento and who was the other person? Cresswell.
Cresswell.
Two of my best performing
Yeah.
players come off the bench. So in the end,
Because I was just looking at your team, it doesn't even look like it adds up to 40 from there, but obviously it does.
Sanchez is in goal and he got a clean sheet as
Oh,
well.
okay. So Foden got an assist, did he? I think that's how he got 12.
Yeah, he got an assist. Yeah, which I think he assisted the first goal. So I mean, it's a bit. He could. In the end, at least I did sort of pick the right captain. Obviously, not having Salah, that is. And at least my bench came on and got me some points, man. In the end, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but like you say, 5 players in my squad that either didn't play or didn't start. Yeah, it's like it's hard to know like how much I had to change. It's like fucking hell. It's like I really need to scrap it all and go back to the drawing board, but I can't.
So you got Smith Rowe. Is Smith Rowe starting this week for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really need him to do something.
Oh mate, the lineups are out now. Have a look.
Yeah.
Actually, get your team up and I'll have a look.
I can't.
Right.
I can't.
Well, you don't have your thing up. Let me have a look. If I go on your team though, might be able to go back to.
Yeah, you should be able to. All right, here's the lineup: Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tavares comes in for Tierney, and then you've got Lokonga, Partey, Saka, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang and Lacazette. So I'm a bit more confident seeing Laka in the team.
Is Saka still? Did you say Saka
starting? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, his injury wasn't that bad.
I'm going straight on AFTV after this. It could be a big night.
Our bench is pretty dire. Pepe, Odegaard, Martinelli. Martinelli looked all right when he came on the other night, but let's have a look at Villa. Do you know what I was thinking about putting Leon Bailey in? That's another one on my radar.
Is he actually? I don't know is he actually going to start though. He'll be on the bench.
He's on the bench. So Villa is Martinez, Konsa, Twanzebe, Mings, Cash, Douglas Luiz, McGinn, Target, Buendia, Ings, and Watkins. Watkins, I swear, has got a pretty good scoring record against us. So, yeah. They dicked us last year. I think it's 3-0. They were like 3-0 up in about.
Yeah, they beat you both home and away in it, I think.
Yeah. But the worst when we were at home was worse. We were shocking. Yeah. I really think we lose quite. Yeah, we're going to lose.
Odegaard's been dropped. So that I don't think many people have got him. To be fair,
he's been crap the last few games.
No, Tierney's not even the bench. So I guess he's just got another injury.
Standard.
Again, he's probably not picked, but he might be picked by a few by now. To be fair, he did have those couple of clean sheets.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm hoping that you can see it anyway because I've benched Tomiyasu. So, although, yeah, I mean, he is my first sub. Yeah. What are you thinking about that game? How are you feeling about it?
I just think we're going to lose. The way we played against Palace, man, is just terrible, and I just think there hasn't been that much time to turn it around.
Although having said that, we played shit against Palace, and they deserve to win, and we did turn it around the next game, so it's possible. You never know.
It might just be the Palace are actually a better team than people are giving credit for. Villa have been a bit like in and out, haven't they? They've had the odd good result.
Save Perns. Pernell just let us know that it's been updated now, so you can check out the leagues and that. Yeah, let's have a look.
It is sweet.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You got it covered anyway.
Yeah. Let's go to the leagues first.
Yeah, because we can also have a look at people's lineups as well. So yeah.
So do we want? I can't even look at last week, can I? No. On it.
Yeah, well, when you go on people's teams, though, you can obviously have a look.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Is it?
Yeah. So Dom
Salah captain.
Salah captain, is it? It's a big
Minus
shout. I mean, I
4.
guess with his form, it doesn't really matter who he's playing. And United, they just conceded 4 against Leicester, 2 against whoever they played in the Champions League. So yeah,
This looks like a solid defense, man. 2 Chelsea defenders and 2 City defenders on paper. That looks
yeah.
pretty.
That Mendy is a huge shot, and he had Edison before that, so he's had 2 City defenders for a while, and obviously they've been keeping clean sheets left, right, and centre. Although his 2 defenders are Cancelo and Walker, and
Yeah, he played the same position.
one of them's not gonna play, surely,
Uh,
unless Walker plays right back, Cancelo plays left back. But
I think that happens sometimes, but I think Zinchenko's back now, so there's less chance that they could both play. But what's his bench saying?
So what is it? What do they rotate? They either play Zinchenko, they play Cancelo on the left or the right, and then it's either Walker or Zinchenko.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who's been playing.
Mendy's obviously in prison. Do they have any other fullbacks? Like
Ake plays there sometimes, I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I suppose there's a chance they'll both play.
Cancelo's played every game, so yeah, he must.
Has he? I didn't even know that, man.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah. Well,
yeah, but yeah, I mean, Pep Roulette though. Surely, sooner or later, he's gonna drop him.
I give that team 8 out of 10.
They did triple captain Salah last week as well. Honourable mention. So 4 points ahead of you. You two are flying though.
Sorry, let's have a look at this Frankham team. Another Vardy.
He's got. Why is Tielemans a yellow? That's odd.
Back injury.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Carrying the team, that's why.
Fair play to Frankham. He's not got, he usually falls away pretty quick, so he's doing all right. He's vice captain Livramento.
That is huge.
Captain Vards as well, same as me. But yeah, I don't know. That Gray Tielemans midfield partnership doesn't. Have you got rid of Gray now? Did he say?
Nah, I've put him on the bench here because Decore's out as well, isn't he? So they're getting more and more injuries. They're looking worse and worse each week. So
yeah, there's no strikers, man. It's like that is going to affect him. He's actually kept Lukaku in the squad as well. I've just benched him, which I think he's going to be out for a few weeks. In it, Lukaku. It's not just one game.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right. Yeah.
Let's have a look at what Perns is saying, man. I got a head-to-head league with him as well. Was he fourth? Yeah, fourth. It's pretty close, man. Like, right, yeah. So a -4. St. Maximan has been doing well for him. That's been a good shot the last few weeks. Even though Newcastle are fucking shit.
KDB, is that new?
As of last week, I think. Last week. So KDB Salah combo. It's a good little differential actually as well. And Vards. It's a bit annoying for me to see Vards in so many teams now, man. Like that wasn't the plan. That was not the plan. It was supposed to be a differential. Foden. I've now got.
That's the 3 best City players, isn't it? Basically, so.
Yeah.
And they have got nice fixtures.
He's saying defense is ropey this week. Well, yeah, I mean,
sure.
Salah. Your options on the bench, Duffy and Williams, not ideal. Ideal. Your benches, that's one thing though. Like Alan, like Duffy and Williams isn't exactly the strongest squad. So if I had that week last week where fortunately at least I had some good players come off the bench. Whereas if anything was like that was to happen to this team, it would spell trouble.
It could be, yeah. Let's have a look at Pages. So he said he put Havertz and Tony in, so yeah, they're both starting. Antonio Salah captain, sensible. Foden still got Ben Rama and Gray. We got quite a few similar. Both got Chelsea.
Rudiger's back, is he already?
Huh?
Rudiger's already back.
I think he played in midweek.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The benches. Yeah.
Also, captain Ben White. 2 Arsenal fans have no trust in their own team whatsoever. Arteta out in it. Hashtag Arteta out.
If they get battered tonight, then that's it for me.
He's got to go.
It's time to go. No, I've been pretty patient with him, I think, to be fair. So tonight, if it's bad, then he's got to go.
Yeah.
Matt, what's he saying?
Still above me. Like, it's embarrassing, isn't it? It's absolutely
He's
embarrassing.
gone for a -4. He's put Vardy in as well. Salah captain.
Like, this is a thing though now because I've put Salah in, but actually I haven't captained him, and actually I still want him to do shit. Like, it's like, do you know what I mean? Though,
Yeah, one of those ones. Yeah.
it would actually be better for me probably if he because most. I don't know. I'm guessing he's going to be very highly selected. So,
yeah.
Just yeah, never mind. It is what it is. Hopefully, Vard's bags. Yeah, that St. Maximan shout. What are your thoughts on him?
I think he's a quality player. I don't know about fantasy wise.
Yeah, I don't know. They put me off him being a striker. I think when he was a midfielder, I think I did have him for a bit, but then also Wilson was out for a while, innit? But Wilson's back now.
Yeah.
Although that, that's actually it'll still, maybe even more likely of getting assists and stuff because there'll be a bit more.
Yeah, this is your mate Neil. I think he's had a bit of a busy week because he's still got Bruno in, who's a doubt by looks of it. Unless that's like a new thing. I don't know.
Scroll up. How many transfers does it say he's made? Probably 0.
0, yeah.
I have a feeling that. Well, I don't know. He's got Edward and stuff. But I have a feeling that he's not an avid player, so I don't know. I mean, he's still a bloody stronger team than mine, and he's still above me in the fucking leagues. I know he's not.
He's only 5 points behind you. Yeah.
I know. I told him that. And I told him he had a look of shock. Like, I'm supposed to be doing a fantasy pod, and like, you know what I mean. Even is this Greg's team?
This is Greg's team. Yeah.
And I think he hasn't made any transfers either, has he? I assume that he's basically stopped playing.
No, -4. I think he's
still right. I don't know. He just doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't talk about much anymore. He's brought Kelechi in. Like, he loves Kelechi. I mean, we both do, but he's a big fan. I think that's a good shout. His captain Salah
could be decent. Yeah, I quite like looking at this team.
It's not a bad team at all. Kovacic is capable.
He's got a few differentials as well, like Dean, Fornals. And
got Trenton, which obviously a lot of people would have. Most people have moved on from Trent by now.
Yeah.
So it's actually because mate, he's coming for me actually.
Yeah. Although he's got Raya against the Nachos, so I guess he's done that so that if Leicester do fuck up, then at least he gets like a fantasy return.
Yeah, and I suppose Sanchez is on his bench, which against Man City. Although honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton do a lot better than people think in that game. I really wouldn't. Is this Spooners?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How many points did he have? Sorry, go back.
Go back behind you, is he?
Go back a sec. Yeah.
He's on 3-2-3, so he's a
3-2-3, man. I just don't even know how that's possible. Like, I actually don't.
He's got Vardy as well. Fucking hell. I'm not the only person that ain't got Vardy.
Yeah, it's not a good thing for me though. Really, it's like fuck off. Leave my Leicester players alone. I should have gone. I feel like Greg's shout of Kelechi now that he's playing again is actually could be the one. Like he's a lot cheaper. He's the differential who hasn't who people haven't gone for. And when the second half of last season, when they were playing up front together, it was Kelechi scoring all the goals. Vaz was getting a few assists here and there. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's a bit annoying for me that's happened now.
Who is Janelt?
I have no idea. Literally not a clue. I assume has he ever played? Check his mins.
Oh, he's just a bench fodder.
Oh, he plays, or he was playing. He's been injured. He's injured.
Oh, he got 10 points against Liverpool as well.
I've never heard of him. But yeah, I mean, it's not the worst team in the world. There's still Johnny Cash. Is it Johnny Cash or is that the singer?
That's it. Yeah.
What's his name? Mikey Cash.
Is it Robbie or it's like another something? Matty
Cash. Matty boy. Yeah, a bit of a random one. Grealish hasn't really been producing much. But I don't know. Maybe it's been a bit similar to me in that, James and stuff. I just don't know how you get 3 points. I have no idea.
I'm quite happy to see that not many people have got Havertz. It's only Page has got him. So, a big one for me.
Yeah. I suppose because Lukaku was injured, that would have been a striker that a lot of people would have had to have made a transfer for already.
Yeah,
And then so you're looking at already a -4 for Havertz, unless you've got, and he's also around that sort of awkward price range where he's
yeah,
in the middle of like a premium and those 7.5s that there are quite a lot of.
yeah. Yeah, that's it
But-
really. I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think we can pretty much call it there. I'm quite looking forward to this Arsenal game. I'll definitely be watching a bit of AFTV and seeing what's cracking there.
Yeah.
And hopefully a good start with Emil Smith Rowe, man. Come on, like if he can just get me even just a goal, that'd be and if Arsenal concede as well, that would be ideal.
Yeah, well, with Odegaard being on the bench, he's probably not going to play 90. But I don't know. It's hard to tell with us. I'm more confident now that I've seen that Lacazette's playing, but yeah.
Laka could be a little. I suppose that's one thing that actually we didn't really cover was.
Oh yeah, let's have a quick look.
Yeah, like what are you thinking? Like if Laka's going to start playing, maybe that he could be a shout potentially.
If Aubameyang was injured, I would definitely have Lacazette in or be considering him because he's been the better of the two. Well, Aubameyang scored a few recently, but
have a look at like most transferred. No,
yeah.
maybe most transferred in.
Wait, why is it?
Oh, it's good.
All players. That should be right. It's jibbed out.
Weird.
Let's just change
Oh
it.
no, it's just that it's just not changing.
Because the round's just started. Yeah.
I guess so.
So we can't see.
Right, and you can't look at last week.
Yeah, I mean we can look at transfers in like overall, but that doesn't tell you.
Shit. Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
But how much is Lacazette?
They one thing I suppose about fantasy is they have improved the functionality a lot this year, haven't they? In terms of like the leagues updating, the points. Like everything seems to be a lot quicker because it was painfully slow before, but there's still some things about it that are a bit annoying.
Do you reckon they just like used to do it like manually? That's why it took so long, and just loads of them there like input, and now they've got like some actual bots doing it or something. Like
I have no idea. To be fair, I imagine it's like, I mean, there's a lot of data to process, but fucking hell, like it did used to be painful. Now it is much more like you can actually keep track of what's going on in almost like real time, which is good.
I mean, Laka got like double-digit goals the last 4 seasons, but this season he's only played like not even 90 minutes overall,
which is mental. That is mental. I think
because he hasn't signed a new contract, so that's why he's not playing. So
I think that's another one. Like you said, if Aubameyang got injured, you put Laka in. And the similar note, if Vardy got injured, Daka would be in a heartbeat. Man, that guy 4 goals, obviously in the Europa League. What a performance that!
I did watch the highlights. Their defending was pretty shocking.
Oh, it was. But like
he took his goals nicely.
Yeah. Like they were all sort of goals that a striker you'd expect him to finish, but still like both left and right foot and I just it's like he's clearly like a natural goal scorer. And I think I know it's the Austrian league, but his goal scoring record there was insane. So just not yet, unfortunately. This is a problem. But like hopefully with Leicester now, like where I've always said like not to pick any of their players this season, but now like I say we're playing this 3-5-2, and like I'm pretty confident we're going to stick with that, and that means that like maybe the wing backs or Maddison or either the strikers could be good shouts now moving forwards. But we got Brentford on Sunday. It's not an easy game. It's not an easy game.
Away, not easy.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think we'll leave it there. But all right, good luck to Arsenal tonight. Good luck to Emil Smith Rowe. Come on, son. And bad luck to Purnell. Good luck to Spooner because he needs it. And safe. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, nice one.
Safe.